Family Agent, Mosher's You Save Pharmacy, Strigo's Southside Body Shop, and Arbor Bank.
Now back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton College. We're at Next Level Field, and the Bobcats will start the third quarter receiving the kickoff. Nate Trombley will be deep along with Logan Pabin. And Eric Zamudio, the senior out of Rancho Cucamonga, Florida, will tee it up for Culver-Stockton at his own 35-yard line. Earlier, Schluka had a great punt return, Daryl. That was a pretty funny play where he was running over the block for Logan Pabin, looked up and the ball was there and he caught it. Had a nice punt return, the freshman out of Exeter Milligan. But not a lot of total. What's the total offense for the Bobcats here this afternoon?
46 yards.
46 yards in the first half. So
right, only 138 for Culver-Stockton. So a defensive game today.
Short kick. Pabin gets it to 15. He's to the 20. The 25 cuts it back to the near side to the 30. Now to the 35 and taken down about the 38 or 39-yard line. Nice tackle out there by Kone, but he paid for it as Logan Pabin took him high and Pabin gets it out to about the 40-yard line. So the Bobcats decent field position to start this second half, first down and 10 at their own 40.
Yeah, Coach in his pregame show talked about the fraternity students up behind on the other side of the field. There's about 30 empty chairs over there, including the couches, and only 3 people over there right now. So not quite the crowd we had in an earlier game here 2 years ago.
Cold out there. Wilson under center turns and hands the ball to Aaron Smith, who gets about 2 in the middle.
Yeah, it looked like he was had a good hole open for him, but he stumbled just a little bit before he got to the line of scrimmage and only able to pick up 2 yards on that play.
Second down and 8 for the Bobcats. Tommy Wilson looked like wanted to pull the ball out, but Aaron Smith was falling already, and I don't think he could get it back out of there. So they're in the I formation. Marcus Spearman dots the I. Tommy Wilson now running option to the far side, and he's hit from behind. And for a loss back at about the 39-yard line. And Daryl, nobody caught linebacker coming in on the backside. As he, again, timed the snap and was across the line right at the snap of the ball. And Tommy Wilson never had a chance.
Well, there was a linebacker came even from the far side of the field. He came through an opening on the left side of the offensive line and was able to had enough speed that he ran him down.
So third down and 10 for the Bobcats. Split to the near side is John Frink. Tommy Wilson back to pass on first down and
another flag.
Illegal procedure on the Bobcats. So they're going to back that up. I don't think the Cats were set. They came up on a quick snap and tried to catch Culver, and they paid for it because they weren't set as they broke the huddle and came up. And it looked a little bit like the offense that Dan Hansen used to run at Waldorf College when he was coaching there, President Hansen. And Waldorf ran an offense similar to that, Daryl, where they would run to the line of scrimmage, hold the count, and snap the ball for the entire game. And late in the game, on about 3rd and 2, they would run up the line of scrimmage and then stop. They got an offsides call every time on the defense. Third down and 15 for the Cats. Wilson hands it on the draw play and didn't fool anybody. So he gets a yard on third down and 15, and it'll be fourth down and 14, and the Bobcats are going to punt again.
Yeah, during that first half of play, 7 penalties for 66 yards against Culver-Stockton. Peru State 4 penalties for 37 yards. And that penalty we just saw, the illegal procedure, makes it 5 for 42 now for the Bobcats.
So Andy Smith will stand back at about his own 20-yard line, and Culver-Stockton should get some decent field position out of this. Connery waits the snap on the punt. He's got it. And the punt is high, but it's going to bounce at about the 31-yard line, and it takes a Culver bounce all the way back to the 37 before Christian Ruiz finally touches it. So it's only a 23-yard punt.
Well, they gave him a good spot. Peru State touched the ball on the 37-yard line and batted it to 32, and that's where the official now they're going to move it back up to the 37.
Yeah, that's where I had it at. Yeah. So
Yeah, it looked like Peru State was going to get away with one there.
12:31 remaining. And Culver start in the third quarter. Culver starts on their own 42-yard line. The Bobcats go 3 and out on their first possession of the second half. Shotgun formation is Swingle. He's got split backs by him. Nick Hill goes into Swingle, keeps it now himself and cuts the near side. Nice run by Swingle out to about the 45-yard line. So,
yeah, that puts Chris Swingle up over 50 yards, probably about 51 yards today. No, that's total gain. He had a 4-yard loss on a play. So about 46 yards, 47 yards for Chris Swingle. He leads all rushers this afternoon.
Gain of 8 on the play brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, his longest run of the day was 24 yards, and that's the longest play from scrimmage so far in this game.
Swingle back in the gun, turns around, hands the ball to Desmond Phillips, cuts it back in. He's got the first down. He's out to midfield where he's tackled by Ben Watkins.
That's been Watkins' 6th tackle this afternoon, and the 8th first down for Culver-Stockton.
So first down and 10 for the Wildcats. The ball right in the middle of the Wildcat, right at the midfield stripe. Next Level Field, Next Level the sponsor here, and they've got a big logo on between the 30 and the 20 on both sides. The big Wildcat that runs from about the 42 to the 42 out in the middle of the field. Swingle turns on play action, fakes the handoff, jumps it to the tight end, or to the fullback. And Cody Sullivan shoves him out of bounds, but it was a nice catch by Jack Klychek. And he gets it to about the 40-yard line. It's going to be another first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a really small crowd here today at Canton, Missouri. But for the second time this year, there may be more Peru State fans at an away game than there is for the home team.
First down and 10. A lot of players out of the Flint, Michigan area where Coach Duvendek had coached both at Michigan State and at Central Michigan. Bolton has the handoff, and he's got yards to about the 33, but there's a penalty flag at the 39-yard line. Cody Sullivan had the tackle. There's a flag laying at about the line of scrimmage. So let's see what this one is. And Culver-Stockton, it looks like, will be moving back. Holding on Culver-Stockton.
Yeah, that's the 8th penalty and 76 yards in penalties for the Wildcats.
More penalties than an IRS agent late in the month trying to hit quota.
That's right.
Going to take it back to about the 49-yard line of Peru State. It'll be first down and 19 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, really slowing this game down. Already almost 3 o'clock, and we're just still 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. But the clock stopped a lot for penalties today.
Don't realize it's a 5-hour drive home.
That's right.
First and 19. Swingle back to pass. Stands in the pocket. Has all day. Finally throws it across the middle, and it's caught by Nick Hill off the ricochet. Fred Moore was hit. He was popped, and Nick Hill caught it on the ricochet, and it's a completion down to the 38 of the Bobcats. It'll be second down and about 8 to go there.
Yeah, I thought, well, that was great. It'd be an interception when he popped and lost the ball, but yeah, just actually perfect timing for Nick Hill to be where he was. Yeah, there's 26 players from Missouri on this team, and like you mentioned, an awful lot of players from Michigan.
Second down and 8, ball at the 38-yard line. Swingle back in the pocket. Now steps up, looking downfield, and it's about 5 yards short of Will Kone. And he and Pabin have had a battle all day long, Daryl. Number 10 on number 10 for the two teams. And that time, Kone was trying to get back to the ball, and he and Pabin were tagging up. I thought they might be a call on Pabin there.
Well, and what's interesting is where you said 10 on 10, also Briar Burr has been on number 11 a lot today. So we've had 11s matched up and 10s matched up on offense and defense.
3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Trips to the far side, one receiver to the near side. Swingle back in the gun. He's going to run it on a quarterback draw, and he's going to have the first down, but there's a holding call back at the 40-yard line. Swingle is all the way down to the 20-yard line, but being held up field was Nevada Harlan.
Yeah, he was back in the backfield trying to get back to stop that delay. So that makes it up to 86 yards in penalties for the Wildcats. 9 penalties so far.
So back to midfield again. This will make it 3rd down and 20. About 3rd down and 18 it should be. We'll see where they actually spot it. Yep, they're going to spot it at the 48. It'll be 3rd down and 18 for the Wildcats. So they need to get it to the Peru State 30-yard line here for a first down. 9:32 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Peru State down 10-0 to Culver-Stockton. Back to pass is Swingle all day, and he's now going to take off and run. He's going to get to about the Peru State 40-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and about 10. Alan Barnes gets the tackle, rubs his backside a little bit there as he lands kind of hard.
Well, it's just really impressive, the poise for the true freshman that's quarterbacking for the Wildcats today. It looks like a seasoned junior or senior the way he's playing.
The Bobcats have thrown a lot of different looks at him, Daryl, but he's very nimble of foot, and he'll take off if he doesn't like the way things look.
Yeah,
so Zamudio's going to hurt his average on this punt. He had a 61-yard punt early. He's punting from the Peru State 40. And try to angle it to the end zone. It's a high punt, and it's caught by the Culver-Stockton defender right at the 6-yard line. That was a very nice play as Pavins lined up at the 10 and didn't move, and the Culver-Stockton defender got behind it and caught the ball on its way down. That was the way you do it. Don't let it bounce. A nice play by Javon Willis, freshman out of St. Peters, Missouri.
Well, and with this wind out of the north and the kick into the north, the ball held in the air. Tremendous hang time on that punt, and allowed Culver-Stockton to get downfield to field that and pin the Bobcats deep.
So Peru State, who has 46 total yards this afternoon, needs 94 on this drive to score. He finds Frink up the field. He's got him to the 30, the 35, the 40, out to midfield. Still on his feet. He's going to break the tackle. He's going to go all the way to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Bobcats!
And there is no flag on the play, and it was just really interesting that right at that moment you said an Indy 94 on this one. I didn't know you meant this play. I thought you meant this drive.
Tommy Wilson hits John Frink on a 94-yard touchdown pass, and it's now 10-6, Culver-Stockton. There is a flag down at the 47-yard line. Didn't see it. It was right in front of the Culver-Stockton bench, and you still can't see it. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Culver-Stockton. The 15-yard penalty will be on the kickoff. So, Daryl, it might have been another bench penalty. I think it was on the Culver-Stockton bench again, which is their second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the bench this afternoon.
Yeah, I mentioned I got a text a while ago from one of the fans down there for Peru State, and there's a lot of grammar language unbecoming of a religious school going on down on the sidelines of Culver-Stockton.
And now there's a discussion going on with the referee, with the Peru State coaching staff. They're probably talking about the penalty, when they want to take or where they want to take the penalty. 8:08 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Tommy Wilson, a 94-yard touchdown pass to John Frink. So 10-6, and Conry will attempt the extra point. The snap is high, the kick is up, and it is good. And Gunnar Orcutt did a great job reaching back to grab that snap. The freshman from Millard North makes a great play. The kick is good. It's 10-7. We'll be back with more after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
How many times are your kids asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? No matter what the answer, a college education will likely play a big part. Statistics show that children who grow up with savings accounts are 6 times more likely to attend college. At Arbor Bank, we offer starter savings accounts for kids under the age of 20. Savings accounts are a great way to get them headed down the right path. It's never too early to start saving for the future at Arbor Bank. Arbor Bank, helping you grow. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Stay tuned for the Peru State College postgame show after the game on B103.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton, where Peru State almost 150% more offense after that one play, Daryl, than they had going into it. And after the kickoff, after the penalty, they will kick it off at the 50-yard line. The second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Culver-Stockton bench this afternoon, and it took place during the play because the flag was at the 47-yard line. So the trailing referee heard something he didn't want to hear, and Convery will tee it up as a result. But John Frinkner, you can't say enough about that run he made.
Oh, yeah.
It was a really nice pass from Tommy Wilson out of the end zone, but he broke at least 2 tackles. The Bobcats are trying an onside kick, and they recover it at the 35-yard line of Culver-Stockton. Let's see who's on the ball. And now another penalty flags go. And coming up with the ball was Ben Watkins. He recovers the onside kick. And now 2 more penalty flags are thrown. And we'll see what this one is.
Well, one of the players went over and said something to the official, one of the Culver-Stockton players, right before the flag was thrown.
Now, I think they were arguing maybe for a spearing call. That is the 3rd unsportsmanlike conduct on the Culver-Stockton bench.
And that's 11 penalties for 116 yards on the Wildcats.
Somebody should carry that bench out behind the stadium.
That's right.
That bench has 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Yeah, you figure 45 yards on the bench.
So Peru State recovers the kickoff, and then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. They get the ball at the Culver-Stockton 21-yard line.
Yeah, officials are still debating. They still haven't started the play clock yet.
Well, you wonder at some point, will somebody get ejected over there? That many unsportsmanlike conduct calls.
Well, I don't remember the player, but that shot to the head, that we already had one player expelled, really early in the game when Wilson was smacked in the head. But you think they tell one of the coaches maybe to leave after a while.
First down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Culver-Stockton 21-yard line. They're in the I formation. Tommy Wilson under center. Has the snap, turns around, hands it to Aaron Smith. He's got some running room. He's to the 15. He's to the 10. He's going to be taken down about the 5 or 6 yard line. A 15-yard run for Aaron Smith up the middle. It'll be first and goal for the Bobcats. So Aaron Smith gets it down inside the 10. And there's not a lot of people here, Daryl, but it's loud down in front of the press box. First down and goal for the Bobcats. They're in the I. Tommy Smith has it. Gets the handoff to Aaron Smith. Smith's only going to get about a yard to about the 5-yard line. He's driven back. And the ball was taken by a Culver-Stockton player, but it's a dead ball, and there's another call that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call again on Culver-Stockton. They had 2 players in the face of the official yelling at him, and now a third one goes up. And so by the time, I don't know if these will be consecutive or all one penalty. It's kind of like when you're sentencing Nico Jenkins. Do you make them consecutive or concurrent? 3 different officials threw flags that time. And definitely a loss of composure at this point in the game of the Wildcats. So 3 separate unsportsmanlike conduct calls here, and we'll see how they rule it. The most the Bobcats can probably get is about 3 yards off of it. And the official now is telling, so I don't know if he's been So it's first down and goal after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. They called at least two, Daryl, one on LaQuavian Jones and one on, I didn't catch the second number. Now the ball is placed at the 1 yard line. And LaQuavian Jones is beside himself down here, arguing with players on the sideline.
I thought they'd said number 54 and 44 is what I thought I caught.
Well, 44 is a fullback. It was 34 for sure, 34. But it might have been 54.
Okay.
54 would be Bobby Nellison in linebacker. You're right, 34 and 54. 34 is out of the game for right now. I don't know if he's been ejected or not, but he's out of the game. Tommy Wilson now under center, first down and goal for the Bobcats at the 1 yard line. Wilson gets the snap, hands it to Aaron Smith. Smith dives in the middle, and touchdown, Bobcats. And just like that, in the last minute and a half, the Bobcats have scored 2 touchdowns and taken the lead, thanks in great part to 4 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on Culver-Stockton.
Well, and then just to be consecutive like this, I mean, they just keep going.
So first, Bobcats got the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the earlier touchdown on the bench. Gunnar Orcutt gets the hold down, and the kick is up by Connery. It's good. 14-10, Peru State, 7:05 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back with more after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
There's a whole new way to go Gator. Meet the sleek Midnight Black Special Edition Gator RSX 850i and XUV 825i from John Deere. They blend into the shadows and move like a coming storm. Inventory is limited, so these Gators will be gone soon. Get to your John Deere dealer today. Availability limited at participating dealers. See dealer for details.
Visit Stud Hine Implement, your local John Deere dealer in Syracuse and Auburn.
Your home for today's best country and Peru State athletics. KBIE Auburn, Nebraska City. B103 and B103.FM.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton. Peru State and the Culver-Stockton Wildcats here. Peru State now up 14-10. It's been a wild last minute and 3 seconds. Bobcats score. We're down at their own 6 yard line, had only 46 total yards in offense, hit a 94-yard touchdown pass. There was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the bench at Culver. Then Peru State hits the onside kick, another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, moved it after they recovered it at the 35 down to the 20, and then there were 3 more unsportsmanlike conduct calls. I think that's 5, Daryl, in the last minute on Culver-Stockton.
Well, and that's not, well, I'll wait till this play and finish my comment. But
Connery approaches the ball. Here's the kick. It's going to be received by Nick Hill at the 7 yard line. He's going to bring it now up the near sideline to about the 25, and there's a penalty flag on the play. And now they're getting into it. Nick Lechtenberg had been pinned on the ground, and he was not real happy about it. There was a penalty flag there. And that ball is going to be at the 38 yard line. The ball was spotted. I'm trying to see where that is, about the 32 yard line maybe. 38 is where the penalty flag is.
Yeah, the officials are going to have to get control of this game again.
I think they're going to have to start with some ejections if this is going to continue on every play. The ball is at the 38 yard line. So he had Nick Lechtenberg on the ground and was laying on him and pushing him down, and so the ball gets moved back to the 30-yard line. So Culver-Stockton now will have the ball, 6:59 remaining in the third quarter, at their own 30-yard line.
And not only is there a lot of misconduct on the field, but I understand that they now have to, Peru State parents have to be over there watching the table because there was some vandalism at the postgame meal. So now some of the Peru State parents are missing the game to guard the postgame meal for the students afterwards.
So first down and 10 for Culver-Stockton, ball at their own 30-yard line. Split to the far side are two receivers, and they're in the I formation as Chris Swingler comes under center for the Wildcats. Turns and he hands the ball to Desmond Phillips, and he's taken down after a short game. Shane Lloyd knifed in for the tackle. It'll be second down and 8 with the ball at the 32.
Yeah, I don't know if you folks could hear this at home because we're kind of sealed in here, but the coach just hollered at his team to quit the profanity on the bench.
Second down and 8. Shotgun formation is Swingler. Back to pass, rolls away from the pressure, has his receiver, and out of bounds. He's got the catch. Great catch on the far sideline.
Oh, I thought they signaled the catch out of bounds. You're right, Doc. It is a completed pass.
Great catch by Ginsley John. No, that's not. Trying to read these numbers. That Ginsley John's a linebacker. Maybe it was Ginsley John. The Culver broadcasters also had that. I'm having a hard time reading the numbers. So first down for the Wildcats at their own 41, 42-yard line. This time, Swingle hands it underneath, and nice job by the Bobcat line getting a surge inside. That was Darian Richardson who gets the tackle along with Brian Bell. Loss of about a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 11 for the Wildcats on their own 41-yard line.
And there was enough of a surge by that Bobcat defensive line that they pushed Sean Mitchell, an offensive lineman, for Culver-Stockton back into the running back, which made that tackle possible. So actually an assist from one of his own team members.
Second down 11 in the I formation. Swingle under center. He turns and hands the ball off, and a short gain of maybe 2 back out to about the 43-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 9. And I believe Elijah Hawkins with the tackle there. It'll be third down and 9. Hill leaves the game. Matt O'Neill leads the game. It'll be third down and 9 as we go under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bobcats up 14-10. Swingle in the gun, rolling to the far side. He's got time and lobs it down the middle, and it's a great catch coming back again by Ginsley John.
Yeah, he was covered by Darrell Collins, but was able to stay about a step ahead of him in order to make that catch for a first down.
That is down to the 23-yard line. Ball was in the air for a long time, and John made a nice adjustment to the ball to come back and catch it. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Bobcat 23-yard line. Swingle this time in the pistol with single back behind him. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, has a receiver across the middle and misses him.
How about Jordan Steffens had a chance at an interception, but it was just out ahead of him a little bit.
Intended for Nick Hill. That fell incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 with the ball at the 23. Again, lineman, I think it was the same one earlier, Daryl, that lost his helmet. Had to come off for a play. That was Ever Torres. It is the same lineman that lost his helmet. You may want to get a little stronger chin strap there. Second down and 10 to go. Ball at the 23-yard line for Culver. It's a little screen pass, and it's going to be illegal procedure on the Wildcats as there was movement in the Culver-Stockton line.
Yeah, and Gunnar Orcott was already in the backfield by about the time anything happened. He almost batted the pass down.
So it'll be second down and 15. Ball back at the 28-yard line. Sean Enoch now at the running back position for Culver-Stockton. 4:09 remaining in the third quarter. Peru State up 14-10. Trips to the far side, one to the near side. Swingle back in the gun. He's back to pass. Actually, he's going to take it up on the quarterback draw, and he's going to have about 10 yards of that 15 on third down. He gets down to the 21-yard line. Looks like Elijah Hawkins in on the tackle there. It's going to be third down and about 8 to go. They need to get to the 13. They're at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and the big game in the HAC this weekend, MidAmerican Nazarene's now 23-10 over Benedictine.
So MidAmerican Nazarene last year dropped to 5-5, their first non-winning season in 15 years, and they're back and good shot of a championship in the HAC this year. Back to pass to Swingle. He's being chased by Shane Lloyd. Gets away. The ball's on the ground. Let's see who comes up with it. The Bobcats say they have it, and I believe they do. I think Brian Bell got the ball for the Bobcats. So Peru State gets the turnover, Daryl, and it saves. It looked like Culver was on their way to a score, and Peru State gets it as Shane Lloyd forces him out of the pocket, and Brian Bell recovers the ball. Peru State takes over first down and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
I thought it was Alan Barnes. You think that's who it was?
Who recovered it?
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay. Yeah, let's see when the official stats come out, who they give that.
So Alan Barnes recovered. I saw Brian Bell in the area, but there was a big pileup. And now both possessions, the referees have called both teams in and said, knock this stuff off. Last time when Culver got the ball, now when Peru State got the ball, they huddled both teams up and said, just play football. Peru State starts in the I formation. Tommy Wilson, the freshman, under center, hands the ball to Smith. Aaron Smith running out to about the 26 or 27-yard line. Gain of 5 or 6 on first down. It'll be second down and about 5 for the Bobcats.
After those two quick touchdowns over the Bobcats early in this quarter, there's a little fire on this offensive line now. They're actually, the offensive line pushed the defenders of Culver-Stockton back about 5 yards to allow that gain.
2:44 remaining in the third quarter. Peru State up 14-10, second down and 5 with the ball in their own 26-yard line. Tommy Wilson under center, and I think it's going to be offsides on Culver-Stockton as they made contact, I think, before the ball was snapped. They've been trying to time the snaps the snap count of Tommy Wilson, and they've done it twice successfully. But that time, we'll see.
Holly Schaffner, maybe? Was that who was middle linebacker went through?
Could be. It was just a count early. That'll be a first down for the Bobcats. And that's, what is that, about 12 penalties now, Daryl?
That's 15 penalties.
Wow.
Is what I have them unofficially. But remember, 3 of those penalties only got them 3 yards in gains. So 15 penalties and 134 yards is what I have unofficially.
And again, I missed on my keys of the game. Why didn't I pick penalties?
That's right.
First down and 10 for the Bobcats. Ball at the 31-yard line. Tommy Wilson pulls it out himself, keeps it, runs into the linebacker after a gain of about 3. That was Wilson Rigg, defensive lineman out of Quincy, Illinois. You got to think maybe his parents are some of them yelling down here. Daryl,
That's right.
Quincy's right across the river here. And now we have an injured Wildcat on the field. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
It's fall, and what better time to get those last things done on the honey-do list? Burr Farms Machinery rents everything you need to help get them done a little easier, including high-lift equipment, skid steers, trenchers, mini excavators, and acreage equipment with attachments. Rent for a half day, full day, week, or month, and delivery is available. See Burr Farms Machinery west of Dunbar along Highway 2 for all your equipment rental needs.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back. Peru State up 14-10, minute 40 remaining in the third quarter. The injured player, Mike Davis, making his way off to the Culver-Stockton bench under his own power. Senior out of Wayne, Michigan. Tommy Wilson on play action is back to pass. He's in trouble. Now looks for his receiver, and it's going to be intercepted at midfield. It's to the 45, the 40, and out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. And now there's 2 Bobcats down, and now here comes another penalty flag.
Well, I don't know how, once again, one of these names I can't pronounce, but Peru State Shane Lloyd was totally out of the play and was just smacked.
Well, it wouldn't have been Shane. It would have been actually, because Shane's on defense. It was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was Doug Kelsey Jr.
Right.
And so the interception was returned to about the 29-yard line. But we'll see Again, Tommy Wilson, that's the Bobcats' third turnover of the afternoon. So at the 29-yard line.
So this penalty looks like it might be on Peru State.
We'll see. They're going to... Number 39, I believe it was, Mike Betts. And I really don't know. I mean, I've watched a lot of football over the past 5 years.
Yeah, now they're marking it the other direction. They started marking it off against Peru State and then turned around.
It was another unsportsmanlike conduct call, and I do not know if I've ever seen this many unsportsmanlike conduct calls in one football game. So this will be at the Peru State 44-yard line. That cost them a big 15. Instead of being at the 29, backs them up to the 44. So first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Peru State 44-yard line.
Culver-Stockton has been fairly well. They're number 4 in the conference in penalties for the season, but this might move them up the ladder a little bit today.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats after the interception. Swingle back to pass on first down, looking downfield. He's got a receiver, but he can't get it to him. Actually, pretty good coverage by Daryl Collins there on the receiver down the middle of the field. It'll be second down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Peru State 44-yard line. Again, good pressure from the Bobcats on Swingle.
Yeah, a couple of teams from Peru's distant past playing today. Missouri Western 10-0 over Kearney today.
Lopers last year went through what Peru State's going through this year. They played 7 different quarterbacks last year. Back to pass now. Swingle on second down as a receiver across the middle hits him. That's that big tight end, Fred Moore. He's hit twice, stays on his feet. Wow, he's a big, strong receiver. And got hit twice, stayed on his feet, finally taken down by Horvath and Paben. It's a first down to the Peru State 26-yard line.
Yeah, Briar Burr was covering him, but as soon as he caught the pass, Briar Burr was blocked and taken out of the play. But fortunately, with the help of the rest of the Bobcats, brought him down.
Nice play by Fred Moore, the sophomore out of Flint, Michigan. In the pistol now is Swingle. Swingle turns, hands the ball off. And nice gain. Cody Sullivan's going to get him, but not until he has a 10-yard gain down to the 14-yard line. Be another first down. That was Sean Enoch. And it'll be another first down, I believe. No, it's just short. They're not moving the chains, Daryl, but the ball right at the 16-yard line.
Where the linesmen standing. Now they're going
to move it. Okay.
The way the head linesman was standing, I couldn't believe that they couldn't call that a first down. But, yeah, they finally moved the chains.
It's a first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Peru State 16-yard line. In the gun is Swingle. 3 receivers in the pattern. He's back to pass. And now is going to scramble, throws it across the middle and complete at the 5-yard line. And the Bobcats missed an opportunity there. He's trying to stretch the ball out to the goal line. He gets it to about the 3. Don't have a number for you. That is Kone. And so it's going to be about first and goal at the 3-yard line. So that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We go to the fourth quarter. It's Peru State 14-10 over Culver-Stockton. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
It's fall, and what better time to get those last things done on the honey-do list? Burr Farms Machinery rents everything you need to help get them done a little easier, including high-lift equipment, skid steers, trenchers, mini excavators, and acreage equipment with attachments. Rent for a half day, full day, week, or month, and delivery is available. See Burr Farms Machinery west of Dunbar along Highway 2 for all your equipment rental needs.
Needing to feed your livestock and pets? Leroy Able Farms can help you with all of your feeding needs. Bill, your feed specialist at Leroy Able Farms, has over 30 years of feed experience when selecting the right feed for your livestock and pets. Check out their selection of quality in-stock fly and mineral lick tubs. Call Bill or visit him in South Auburn at 2800 O Street. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to noon. Leroy Able Farms, if you got it, they can feed it.
Bobcat football. Today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton College. Peru State going into the fourth quarter. They lead 14-10, but Culver-Stockton has the ball at the Peru State 3-yard line, first down and goal. Sean Enoch is the back behind Swingle, who's in the pistol. So first down and goal with the ball at the 3 as we start the fourth quarter here. And Swingle turns, hands the ball to Enoch. He's got a hole in the middle, and he spins. The Bobcat missed the tackle at the 3-yard line. I think it was Briar Burr missed the tackle, and Enoch takes it in for the touchdown. And Culver-Stockton retakes the lead on the first play of the fourth quarter. So 16-14 now with 14:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you're right, Doc. For as small as the crowd this is, they sure make a lot of noise, and they make it both ways. Whether it's Peru or Culver-Stockton, there's a lot of noise coming out from in front of us.
So in comes Eric Zamudio to attempt the extra point. It's a low snap. He gets the ball down. The kick is up. It is good. 14:55 remaining. 17-14 Culver. We'll be back with more after this. This is Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
You call Winkleman Farm Feed and Seed for their custom feeds known as Feeder's Choice and quality lick tubs at the best price. But did you know they also have you covered for livestock supplies? Yeah, quality fencing, gates, stock tanks, and hay feeders are just some of the items you'll find at Winkleman Farm Feed and Seed. Located just north of Auburn. Contact them for quality and convenience when it comes to farm supply, equipment, and feed. 402-297-1008. That's Winkleman Farm Feed and Seed.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at B103.FM.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton College Next Level Field at Polton Stadium. 14:55 remaining, and Culver retakes the lead. Bobcats had held the lead since the 7:05 mark of the third quarter. Culver-Stockton gets back on top now, 17-14.
Yeah, with Peru State going into this drive, they now have 167 yards in total offense on 36 plays.
Zamudio will tee it up.
Yeah, passing yards, Peru State 106, rushing yards 61.
So here's the kick from Zamudio, and it drives Trombley back into the end zone. He's going to bring it out from 1 yard deep, and it turns out he breaks a tackle at the 15, but there's a penalty flag at the 15, probably a hold or a block in the back by the Bobcats, which will take it back inside the 10. So that was a costly decision by Trombley to bring that one out. He did get it out to the 34, but it's going to go back to about probably the 7 or 8 yard line. So holding on the Bobcats.
That's 6 penalties now for Peru State for 57 yards, but they trail Culver-Stockton in that category. 17 penalties for 154 yards for Culver-Stockton.
Again, as many as I've ever seen in a game.
Yeah, Peru State still to make a first down. I'm going to make a third down conversion, but they've held Culver-Stockton just 3 of 12.
First down and 10 for the Bobcats, and Aaron Smith is going to get nothing. Or it might have been Goebel, but he gets nothing. It'll be second down and 10 with the ball at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Jake Goebel, 3 carries today for 18 yards.
So the Bobcats now pinned up deep in their own territory. They're at the 10-yard line. For his second down and 10, ball at the 10. They had the ball out to the 34, but a holding call brought it back to the 10. Frink split to the near side. He had a 94-yard touchdown catch earlier today. Tommy Wilson fakes the pitch. He's going to roll out to the far side now, and he's going to be intercepted at the 17-yard line. And Daryl, I don't know where he was throwing that. I didn't see a Bobcat receiver anywhere in the territory.
There were three Culver-Stockton defenders, and I didn't see an offensive player for Peru State either. But so far today, Peru State, now it's 4 out of 10 for 3 interceptions now for Peru State in passing.
So 14 Culver-Stockton points have come off of Bobcat turnovers before this play. And now Culver-Stockton gets the ball at the Peru State 17-yard line.
And Chris Swingle, now 16 out of 29, 170 yards, a touchdown, and he's had no interceptions today. Just really impressive for a true freshman.
The Bobcat defense needs to hold them to a field goal here. And now Culver-Stockton, Swingle looking, get everybody in the right position. He's under center with a single back. The ball is on the ground, and he picks it up. And he's going to lose maybe a yard on the play, but he dropped the snap. So they almost gave it right back. Unfortunately for the Bobcats, Swingle got the ball to bounce right back to him, so it's second down. Baker now leading Central Methodist 28-7 at the end of the third quarter, so they bounce back. Avila is trailing Graceland now 42-10, and Evangel is down to Missouri Valley 21-10 at the half. So Missouri Valley and the winner of the Benedictine MidAmerican Nazarene game will be tied going into the final week of the season at the top of the standings. Second down 11, and the 18th penalty of the game on Culver-Stockton as the tight end jumps off sides. That was Fred Moore. So,
yeah, 18 penalties, 159 yards. Some other scores around. Missouri Western now at 31-0 over Kearney. Pittsburgh State and Central Missouri 14-14. Northwest Missouri State's leading Emporia 21-0.
Nice to hear from former head coach Terry Clark, who texted me this afternoon. He's listening to the game.
Do you have any comments on all the fouls, the penalties?
He did have a comment, but I don't think I can share it. I don't think I could share that with the listener.
No, I don't think so.
Back to pass is Swingle. He steps up in the pocket. He has a receiver across the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yeah,
it looked like Swingle was going to fall down. He caught himself with the one hand, and made the pass down the middle, but incomplete. It's going to be third down and 16 with the ball at the 23-yard line. .54 remaining. The Bobcats just turned it over for the fourth time this afternoon. Two of those turnovers have led to Culver-Stockton touchdowns. And Culver-Stockton has it third down and 16 with the ball at the 23. Swingle back to pass, looking for a receiver across the middle. It's popped up in the air. Sullivan doing a nice job closing and helping Darvell Collins on the play. So it'll be fourth down and 16. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt by Zamudio. Big field goal attempt coming up here. He's got all kinds of leg. He's got a 47-yarder this year. And this is a 40-yarder with the wind behind him.
Yeah, I don't think the wind's quite what it was earlier in the day.
So Zamudio takes his step back. The ball spotted right at the 30-yard line. The snap's a little bit short, but Zamudio with plenty of leg. The kick is up. And it is no good. Must have been wide right. I thought it was good as it went through the uprights. But he must have missed it slightly wide right. The Bobcats dodge a bullet there. 12:54 remaining. They get the ball back down 3. And they will get the ball at the 23-yard line. Their own 23.
The wind's now northwest at 18 miles an hour. So it's dropped quite a bit. It was, I believe, 29 miles an hour when the game started. So the wind isn't quite the factor it is. Plus, we're down kind of in a bowl, so not near the effect it had at kickoff time.
So the Bobcats come out in the I formation. Tommy Wilson under center. He's got Smith behind him, who gets the handoff, and he gets maybe 2 to the 25 before he's driven back there.
Yeah, Aaron Smith, and that's his 11th carry today, 42 yards. For the Bobcats. It's currently 48 degrees along with that. The wind chill is only 41. Most of the crowd wearing coats here, even though most of the crowd, the way the stadium sits, are sitting in the sun, but pretty much everybody are wearing a coat.
Second down and 8 for the Bobcats at their own 25-yard line. Frink split to the far side. I believe that's Merrill in the slot. Tommy Wilson keeps it himself, and the ball's on the ground, but I think the Bobcats have recovered it. He got hit going around the far side on the option. Aaron Smith recovers it, and it's going to be a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Bobcats, who have yet to convert a 3rd down this afternoon.
Yeah, as of the end of the third quarter, Peru State was 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions, and Culver-Stockton just 3 of 12. You just wonder how this team, the Culver-Stockton, how did they get 550 total yards in offense when they played Avila?
Well, Avila is not the best defensive team in America. 3rd down and 7 for the Bobcats. Split backs, looking for the shovel pass. Tommy Wilson keeps it himself. He's going to be short of the 1st down, out to about the 29-yard line. So the Bobcats will punt again.
Yeah, not going 0 to 7.
They wanted to run a shovel pass there, actually, to Marcus Spearman, and it was well defended by Culver. So Andy Smith will move back to field the punt here. So Connery will stand at his own 15 to receive the snap, and back inside his own 25 is Smith. It's a high punt. Smith is going to field it at the 33-yard line. He's got all kinds of room. He's to the 40, the 45, and now it's about the 46-yard line. Shane Lloyd trips him up, and he had a lot of room there.
I had that figured at about a 36-yard punt, which fits right in the average of Greg Conner today, 36.2 yards in punting. His longest today has been 44.
10:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. It is 17-14 Culver-Stockton.
Going into this drive, Ben Watkins, Darvell Collins, Cody Sullivan, and Logan Pabin all are at 5 tackles. Cody Sullivan does have a tackle for a loss.
1st down and 10 for Culver. Ball thrown 46-yard line. Turn around, they hand the ball off to Octavius Bolton, and he's out to about the 47-yard line. Yeah, now there's another penalty flag.
I believe that one's going to be on Peru State. I think Elijah Hawkins.
No, I don't think so. I think it's on 68. I think it's on Torres for Culver-Stockton, because he walked away. He was walking away, but it was what he said, not what he did, I think, that drew the penalty.
Okay.
I was told that in 2004, Dana and Peru State had 15 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties between the two of them, between the two teams. It's probably the most since then. Oh, nope, I will correct. You're right. It was Elijah Hawkins.
Yeah, he got up. He was hit out of bounds, and he turned around and retaliated. And quite often it's the person that retaliates that gets the penalty. And so that, I guess, a freshman mistake right there. Where
again, that's what we talked about earlier, that freshman mistake. And that was a freshman mistake on Elijah Hawkins. I saw the contact, but the flag was not thrown for several seconds afterwards. So, but yeah, Elijah Hawkins will wear that one in film this week because he earned it. It was a shove out of bounds. Back to pass is Swingle, and he's got some running room to the 30, out of bounds, chased out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
And what's really impressive, Brian Bell was able to keep pretty much step for step with him as he went downfield.
So actually it's the 23-yard line is where they mark it. 1st down and 10 for Culver-Stockton at the Peru State 23-yard line. Swingle back in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Steps up in the pocket. He's got all kinds of time, and he drops the ball. Now there's a penalty flag as Drager was held, and he is sandwiched by Darvell Collins and Matt O'Neill. And Daryl, he lost his helmet. You have to leave the field for a play after you lose your helmet. Swingle lost his helmet. There was a penalty flag as Drager was tackled again.
Yeah, Chris Swingle was running with nobody near him and dropped the ball. That's why he was able to get his own fumble back, but has had almost a flawless game today, but then you're just surprised when you see something like that.
So now I believe that, although they haven't said he had to leave the game, he's standing talking to coach on the sideline. And let's see. Okay, it was a chop block rather than a hold. And a chop block occurs when somebody has a defensive lineman engaged above the waist and somebody else goes after his knees or after the lower part of the body, and that happened on John Drager. And so that is a very dangerous play because the defensive lineman has stood up and somebody goes low on him. And so that is something that you want to be really careful about. A guy can lose a knee on a chop block.
Well, look at this. He stayed in the Chris Swingle stayed in the game even though his helmet was knocked off.
I don't think they saw his helmet come off, and I don't see the Bobcats mentioning it over there. That's a 15-yard penalty. That takes it all the way out to the 38-yard line. And
now he is coming out.
Now he is having to come out. So the backup quarterback is I think Matt Gunderman. And he'll come in for one snap, I'm sure, and will be back off on the sideline.
And he's also a freshman.
So I would expect Octavius Bolton to get the ball here. He's the only running back in the formation. And so the two tight ends set. It's first down and 25. And they are going to hand the ball to Bolton. The quarterback falls down, handing it to him, and Bolton's taken down after a loss of about one. So I think everybody in the stadium knew he was going to get that ball. Now, Swingle will come back in the game. It's a ball out at the 39-yard line. They need to make it to the 14. It'll be second down and 25 for the Wildcats, and I believe that's 19 penalties now.
Yes, it is. 174 yards on the 19 penalties. And what's interesting about the quarterback they sent in, he has no stats on the year. So they have three other quarterbacks with stats.
Ball and play action, back to pass to Swingle. He's got all kinds of running room to the near side, and he's going to take it. And Elijah Hawkins and Briar Burr take him down at about the 33-yard line is where he's going to get it to. It's going to be third down and about 20 to go. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. And so Gunnar Orcutt now comes in for Shane Lloyd on third down. Third and 20, the ball at the 33-yard line. That'd be a 50-yard attempt from here as Amudio's got the leg. Thought the last one was good from 40, but it must have missed right. Trips to the far side, receiver to the near side. They need to get to about the 14-yard line. Swingle has time, finds his receiver, pops up in the air. Oh, and it's bounced off the ground. Otherwise, it was intercepted by Darvell Collins. And that ball had popped up off the ground. I thought it was off the fingers of the receiver.
Oh, and two more penalties just thrown. Two more penalty flags. So apparently something said after the play was over.
Well, let's see who that one was going to be on. And so now the referees will convene to discuss this call.
And I have Culver-Stockton for 3 out of 14 on third down conversions. How many times have we seen those spread arms?
Darvell Collins, I believe, threw the ball, Daryl, after the play was over and got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And so instead of fourth down and 20, he gives Culver-Stockton a first down at the 18-yard line.
Wow, what a costly penalty.
And referees are over to explain it to Steve Schneider. Darvell Collins, I think, we can't hear the numbers in here. So Swingle on the reverse drops the ball back at the 18 or 19-yard line. I shouldn't say for sure. It's going to be second down in about 15. I shouldn't say for sure it was on Darvell because I did not see what unfolded, but he was the only Bobcat player anywhere in the area. He had thought he'd intercepted the ball and had run it about 25 yards, and it was where he was after the call,
right,
where the flag came. And so I assumed it's on Darvell, but I don't know that for a fact. Second down and 15. And in shotgun formation is Swingle back to pass. Has plenty of time. Now flushed out of the pocket being chased by Drager. It is complete. I think that might have been an ineligible receiver downfield because he went to catch the ball and then held his hands back, but they didn't call it as complete down to about the 17-yard line. It's third down. There have been some strange plays in this game this afternoon. So they need to get to the 9. The ball is at the 17. It'll be third down and 8. 6:28 remaining fourth quarter. Culver-Stockton up 17-14. Trips to the far side. And back in the gun is Swingle. He's got Bolton standing next to him. Penalty flag on the play. They've got a receiver wide open who's going to be taken down short of the first down. So
if this play stands, it'll be about 3rd and 1. Or 4th and 1, I'm sorry.
So it's going to be on the Bobcats based on John Drager's reaction. So the Bobcats have had the last 3 penalties. So offsides, the Bobcats lined up offsides on the play. So it'll be third down and 4 now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
At the end of the third quarter, Peru State had just 42 yards in penalties. Now they have 92 yards.
Wow. So getting caught up in all the stuff going on. Third down and 4 with the ball at the 9-yard line, 13-yard line. They need to get to the 9. Swingle in the gun. Bobcats showing blitz, and Matt O'Neill jumped off sides. It'll be first and goal for the Wildcats. So the Bobcats jump off sides on back-to-back plays on third down and 8.
So in this quarter alone, 55 yards in penalties on the Bobcats. Only 42 by the end of the third quarter.
First down and goal. Ball at the 7-yard line. Has only 5:35 running. And the Bobcats have extended this drive multiple times for Culver-Stockton with penalties. Pass across the middle. Nick Hill catches it. Cody Sullivan with a nice tackle right at the 5-yard line. They're going to give him to the 4. It'll be second down and goal at the 4.
Yeah, Peru State in this series, I believe, has only lost twice to Culver-Stockton. One of them was in 1974.
Before that was 1970.
Yeah, when I was there, Peru State lost in 70 and 74. But what's interesting about that 74 game, they lost 17-0 to Culver-Stockton, and that's the year they upset Kearney State.
There's a timeout on the field, and we're going to need to take it with them. We'll be back after that. After this timeout, you listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Anyone with diabetes is at risk for diabetic eye disease. Oftentimes, the symptoms of the disease are not noticed until the condition is too far advanced. A simple annual eye exam with Lifetime Vision Center can save you from impaired vision or potentially blindness if you or someone you know have diabetes or are at risk for getting diabetes. Early detection and treatment from Lifetime Vision Center in Auburn, Nebraska are the key to maintaining healthy vision. Call them today for better eye health in your future.
Stay tuned for the Peru State College postgame show after the game on B103.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton. Second down and goal from the 4-yard line. The pass is incomplete. Intended again for Nick Hill, and it'll be third down and goal with the ball at the 4. So 5:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. 17-14 Culver-Stockton. Nick Hill split to the far side, and Kone split wide. Nick Hill is in the slot. Swingle in the gun. Turns around now and looks to the near side. He's got some running room. He's got a lane, but he's driven back at about the 1-yard line. Alan Barnes did a nice job containing him there. It'll be fourth down and goal from the 1. So Culver-Stockton either goes for it, gets the touchdown, and or if they don't make it, they leave the Bobcats at the 1, 99 yards away. But with the field goal, it would make the Bobcats forced to score a touchdown. So looks like they're going to go for it. 4:39 remaining. The clock is stopped.
Well, apparently Culver-Stockton had a timeout. Is that what he's saying?
Culver will take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second with him. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Finkmeyer Arp Auto Center in Auburn and Doug Meyer Chevrolet in Shenandoah when you need a new or reliable pre-owned set of wheels. Buy with confidence knowing all GM certified pre-owned autos that have been through a 172-point vehicle inspection and reconditioning process, giving you that extra peace of mind when purchasing a used car. Shop Meyer Arp Chevrolet East Highway 136 in Auburn and Doug Meyer Chevrolet on South Highway 59 Shenandoah for a great selection of autos you can trust to keep you on the road.
Bobcat Football, today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton. Culver at 4th down and goal at the 1-yard line, and they are going to go for it here with 4:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. It looks like Mike Batson is a blocking back. Shane Enoch is in the game and taking on the quarterback sneak is Swingle, and he's going to get in, I believe. He's shoved back. I don't think they're going to. I don't know. Everybody looking, and they call the touchdown at this point. So Culver-Stockton gets the touchdown call. Swingle took the quarterback sneak off the right side of the line. And now there is a Culver-Stockton Wildcat down. It's 23-14 now, 4:36 remaining. And Coach Duvendeck going for the win on the quarterback sneak by Swingle. Nice, strong run by the freshman. Got a player down. So it took quite a while for the call, Daryl. They, in there.
Well, it looked like to me they pushed him back, but of course the officials have a lot better.
Well, the side judge from the side that came in and looked under the pile. So Swingle had gone low under the pile. And the call was good. So 23-14, we still have an injured player. Now he's up. The injured player for Culver-Stockton is up, and they will come to try to attach the extra point to give them the 10-point. Daryl, Peru State extended that drive 3 times. They have nobody to blame but themselves on stupid penalties on that last drive. So 4:36 remaining. And Chris Swingle gets the touchdown. Zamudio will come in to attempt the extra point. Bobcats offsides on the extra point. Darian Richardson shooting the gap. Got through too fast. So they'll move it 1.5 yards and try the extra point again. So Zamudio now, after the offsides, will attempt the extra point. The kick is up. It's good. 24-14, Culver-Stockton will be back with more after this. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Are you looking forward to the weekend? Look forward to dining out, authentic Mexican style. First, chips and salsa, maybe a margarita or Corona. Whether you need a great start or a great ending to your weekend, El Porto Mexican Restaurant will be there to help you make the most of it. Relax and unwind. No dishes, no mess, just great food and speedy service. Large group reservations are welcome. Need a caterer for your next event? Feed a crowd at an affordable price. Open weekdays 11 until 9 and Fridays and Saturdays till 10. El Porto Mexican Restaurant, South 11th, Nebraska City.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to Culver-Stockton. Bobcats down 10 now with 4:36 and the sun setting low in the sky over Bolton Stadium and Next Level Field. So back deep will be Logan Pabin and Nate Trombley for the Bobcats. So it goes the kick from Zamudio. It's high. Settling under it is Pabin at the 7-yard line to the 15, the 20, and taken down about the 20-yard line.
Actually, overtaken all the way to the 8 and thrown down, but apparently the officials are getting a little bit tired of throwing flags because there was nothing called there.
So Peru State down 10 gets the ball back, 4:29 remaining. And they will be at their own 22-yard line. They're going to spot it. So Marshall Klontz comes in the game for the Bobcats, the 5th-year senior who had the injured knee. So going to try to put the passing offense with Marshall Klontz. Looking downfield, he's got A.J. Floodman, and Floodman really didn't run that route at full speed, Daryl. He was just kind of jogging down the sideline.
Yeah, Floodman actually was in better position to catch that ball than was the receiver.
4:23 remaining. That play only took 6 seconds.
So, yeah, Marshall Klontz, though, I mean, apparently kind of brave coming in with his injury.
Yeah, he's been hurt. Back to pass is Frank slips on the turf after he catches it. Gets out to about the 29-yard line. That just dropped his average from 94 yards to 50 yards to catch this afternoon. 3rd down and 4 for the Bobcats as we go under 4 minutes. Klontz gets the snap, back to pass, being chased, and he overthrows Malik Pittman as he just didn't have time to even find him. So the Bobcats down 10 with 3:57. Looks like we'll go for it here. They need to get out to the 37-yard line. They're at the 33. Malik Pittman leaves the game, and Nate Trombley comes in. So back in the gun is Marshall Klontz on 4th down and 3. Sets up, and it's batted down by Culver-Stockton, and so the Wildcats will take over at the Peru State 29-yard line. And the fat lady may not have sung, but she's spraying lemon juice on her vocal cords about right now.
Well, that's for sure. 3:52 to go, and Culver-Stockton with the ball.
So Culver-Stockton will get the ball back at the Peru State 29 with 3:52 to go.
If this holds, this will break a string of 8 straight games that Peru State has won against Culver-Stockton. And Peru State's 11 out of 13 so far in this series until today.
Roman Lewis, the senior quarterback out of Huntington Beach, gets a snap. Daryl, it's good to see. Senior on senior day. Gets a snap, turns around, hands the ball off, and tackle there after a gain of a couple by the Bobcats. It'll be 2nd down and about 8.
I believe John Drager was in on that tackle.
James Dannon now comes in for the Wildcats. Freshman out of Oviedo, Florida. And again, Roman Lewis out of Huntington Beach gets in on senior day for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 9 to go. Gets the snap, turns around, hands the ball to Enoch, and he gets to about the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 6. Horvath in on the tackle for the Bobcats along with Nevada Harlan.
So another trivia, you know what conference Truman State's in, Doc?
I believe that Truman State...
They're playing Quincy, which is just down the road from us here today.
They're in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. That's the same conference with Quincy, William Jewell.
Oh, that's the one there.
Drury,
okay.
Rockhurst, University of Missouri St. Louis, Kentucky Wesleyan is in that conference. Back to pass On the quarterback draw is the senior quarterback, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down at about the 20-yard line. The officials, the wind must have picked up down there, Daryl. The officials' cap blew off from the goal line all the way out to the 5-yard line, out of bounds.
Yeah, that tackle was by Ben Watkins, a linebacker out of Omaha.
So Roman Lewis. Culver-Stockton's going to take a timeout. Let's take one final 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the conclusion of the game after that timeout. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Thinking of remodeling or consolidating debt? Now is the time while rates are still low. With an equity loan at American National Bank, you can save money by consolidating other high-interest bills into one low monthly payment, or get started on that home remodeling project you've been putting off. You decide what you like to do, and we'll help make it happen. Don't wait. Rates this low can't last forever. Stop in to any American National Bank or go online to find out more. anbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to more Bobcat football on today's best country, B103.
Welcome back. 2:15 remaining. Cats down 10. And Culver-Stockton takes a timeout on 4th down and 1. Ball at the Bobcat 20-yard line. And, Daryl, this entire fourth quarter seemed like it was played in Peru State territory.
Well, yeah, it really was. And that's thanks a little bit to all the penalties by Peru State in this fourth quarter.
Peru State with at least 55 yards in penalties in the fourth quarter. Roman Lewis under center. This time on 4th down and 1. Gets the ball. Keeps it himself on the quarterback sneak. And I think he's going to have the first down, Daryl. So that will give Culver-Stockton a fresh set of downs at the Peru State 19-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to measure. First measurement we've seen this year.
Yeah, it's pretty rare with hack officials the way they spot the ball that they have measurements.
Harold Hitch has been listening this afternoon. Good to hear from Harold.
Yeah, the last I saw in that Quincy Truman State was 14-14. Oh, and the first down.
So they get the first down. And, by the way, MidAmerican Nazarene has beaten Benedictine. So Benedictine now drops to 3rd place in the conference. MidAmerican Nazarene, Missouri Valley tied in first going into the last weekend. So MidAmerican Nazarene has a shot to share the conference championship with Missouri Valley or to win it outright next week.
And quite a change from last season. That was an exciting game, a double overtime victory for Peru State last year, beating MidAmerican Nazarene.
First down 10, ball at the 15-yard line. Roman Lewis back in the gun. Gets the snap, turns around, hands it to Enoch. And he's to about the 15-yard line. Matt O'Neill rides him down from behind there. Ball at the 16 now. 2nd down and 7 for Culver-Stockton. 1:35 and the clock running. Don't have to snap this one until about a minute left in the game.
Oh, it's Northwest Missouri State now 21-0 over Emporia State. Fort Hays leading Missouri Southern.
2nd down and about 7 to go. The Wildcats turn around, and Roman Lewis gets the rollout himself. He's going to run out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, and now John Drager is going to get called for shoving him after he was out of bounds. And now another penalty on Peru State, I think, and that's going to be on Ben Watkins, I believe, who is walking next to the official.
Apparently that one was just saying something, and
yeah, I think you're going to have a late hit and an unsportsmanlike conduct on penalty on Peru. So how many will that put them to? Not yardage, but that's got to be.
That's 12 penalties now from what I have. Let's see, won't be all that much yardage, but 12 penalties.
That'll be over 30 penalties between the two teams this afternoon. And keep that in mind. It's a team that's in last place in the conference versus a team in about 7th place.
So 102
Well, no,
yards.
actually, it's going back against Culver-Stockton. Okay, so it was a dead ball personal foul call on Drager for shoving the runner out of bounds, but then the unsportsmanlike conduct call was on Culver-Stockton, which is their 20th penalty this afternoon. And I'd say close to half of those 20 penalties were unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. They had to have close to 10, if not more, this afternoon.
Yeah, I have 20 penalties for 189 yards is what I have on Culver-Stockton. And 11 penalties, 102 yards on Peru State. This might be the first time all season Peru State's even gone above 50 yards in penalties on a game. Peru State's been playing really clean football this year.
So Culver-Stockton goes into the victory formation with 53 seconds left. They'll have to snap it twice. There's the first snap in the knee taken. So as soon as they get inside 40 seconds, and there's 46 seconds now, they can snap it, and this one will be over. So there it is. They're under 40. They can snap it now and put the Bobcats out of their misery. And there is the final snap. Actually, Roman Lewis stands up. He was down on his knee. Now he takes the final snap, downs it. That's your ball game. Culver-Stockton beats the Peru State Bobcats 24-14. And we'll be back with the postgame after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Finkmeyer Arp Auto Center in Auburn and Doug Meyer Chevrolet in Shenandoah when you need a new or reliable pre-owned set of wheels. Buy with confidence knowing all GM certified pre-owned autos that have been through a 172-point vehicle inspection and reconditioning process, giving you that extra peace of mind when purchasing a used car. Shop Meyer Arp Chevrolet East Highway 136 in Auburn and Doug Meyer Chevrolet on South Highway 59 Shenandoah for a great selection of autos you can trust to keep you on the road.
Are you looking forward to the weekend? Look forward to dining out, authentic Mexican style. First, chips and salsa, maybe a margarita or Corona. Whether you need a great start or a great ending to your weekend, El Porto Mexican Restaurant will be there to help you make the most of it. Relax and unwind. No dishes, no mess, just great food and speedy service. Large group reservations are welcome.